Good morning, sir and madam. I'm Dr. Guan. You can call me Jonathan also. So today I will talk about project 1 until project 3 from A to Z. So the first project actually is urban characteristic. So this project we need to do 4 layers. The first layer actually are doing the historical building. So it's a program for protect the historical building and maintain the historical building. So for the left hand side is a building in 1860 until now, and then the right hand side the fire one, the building Pasar from 1960 until now. 1890 until 1960, the timeline from 1890 until 1960. So the second one is showing because they have a lot of modern building but abandoned. So like a big picture, that one actually is one of the abandoned building at there. And then right hand side will be like some of the traditional building, historical building abandoned or have a fire case at the side there. And then the front here will have the railway track also abandoned. So one until three, one until three have actually is in Chinese New Year, and then the 4 and 5 actually is the Dragon Boat Festival, and then the 6 and 7 actually is a Ghost Festival. We need to pray for the people, and then the 8 and 9 and 10 will be the Moon Festival. So the 11 is the activity I have looked in the site there. So they have singing in front of the temple, and then the 12th one will be they will shell some food beside the temple, and then the 11 and 12 one will be the old men will be chanting or praying board game in front of the temple there, and then the 50 and the 20, these two will be the open cinema, so they can enjoy the movie. It's like opening. So the fourth layer is showing what the activity they're doing in the site, dragon dance or lion dance, and also some activity in the site. And then the red color one will be the temple in 1860, and then the blue color will be 1960 for the build up timeline. So the model these three models, the first model will be the before World War II, the bomb. They didn't have a bomb, and then actually they can build anyway. And then when World War II, some of the historical building already damaged, and then they will like some of the building removal. And then the second picture is showing the abandoned building have a fire, and then have some rubbish they throw inside the abandoned building. And then the last one is the combined model. And then this one will be the open cinema. The white colored dot will be the people and the car that can enjoy the open cinema here. And then the building will be the historical building. So the next project actually we're doing conceptual layering urban mapping. So for the first one, this is what I am doing for the site analysis for myself, the SWOT analysis. So they had one police station here, but here showing the gold shop still have a thief to robbery or taking the gold. And then the activity they're doing at the road Jalan Pasar, and then the bus station actually here, and then some of the abandoned cinema and the restaurant. So I create one of the bicycle lane for the people can using bicycle for the first point at the Jalan Muti here, and then they can taking the bicycle and then go to the first point. The first way will be for people visitor the one of the historical building calling Wong Boni will be the green color here. Then the next one, the next station actually is the temple here. So the people can go to the temple and eating some food beside the temple and have a look of the historical building, and then they can go through for the next station. Here will be the abandoned building, but it's called Shishan Cinema. It's actually one of the famous cinema before World War II. And then they will straight closing the next station here. Here will be some of the Nyonya housing here, and then the last station will be the site here. So the next one will be the bus route. So the buses using Jalan Muti go to Jalan Dato' on Choi Chan, and then go to Jalan Station, going to the side here. Just now I saying the bus actually they just parking beside the road here. So I create one of the station here so they can I relocate the buses outside one because they have one of the bus station for they to park. Then the next one, the orange color will be the one-way route, and then the middle one, the Jalan Station here will be a two-way route, so they can go in and go out using this way. But end of the Jalan Station here actually is just one way from the Jalan Asmara until Jalan Station, just one way route. And then the yellow color line actually is for the people can go in outside. So this is a design narrative what I do. Actually, I create one of the boxes following the side, and then I separate it to a two block, and then I push and I make the yellow color one higher because from here the context from here actually is 4 story, and then from the orange color here actually just 2 story. So I move it out and move it down, and then the next one I put some of the spaces go inside for doing drop off area and or entrance area. So the final one will be like this. So the next one will be a urban building strategy. So for the first image is a traditional or retro, and then the next one will be the traditional and some of the traditional building. And then the first picture actually is overlapping for my feelings, overlapping and layering. And then the next one will be very narrow because this street is very narrow. So I feel it's not like it's like very dangerous. And then the next one will be because the tree giving me some like relax and some natural thing in the side there. So this the final project I'm doing is a Guan cultural cinema. Why I calling Guan? Actually, Guan is one of the Chinese name is associate. So the people of the Bukit Belacan Chinese people have 5 of associate. One of Teochew, Cantonese, Hakka, Hokkien, and Hainan. So just now I saying they were using Jalan Station going to the side A. I calling this one is side A. Why I choosing this side? Actually, this side will be the historical the hostel area. So they can go out from using the Jalan Station here to arrive the historical building around the building, because here we have a lot of historical building. So the first one is the hostel and the cafe, and in front of this will be the bus station. So the bus will be using Jalan Station go in and then pick up and drop off first, and then go for front for pick up and then go up to the Jalan Asmara, and then the people can go in using Jalan Asmara here the pathway go inside, and then they also can using pathway from the right hand side to go up to the Hindu temple. So this is a cafe and the hostel plan, and the first floor and second floor. And then this one will be the why I choosing this side. Actually, they're doing a lot of activity in Jalan Pasar here. So I do one of us open cinema, so they can go straight from Jalan Pasar to the open cinema here, so can enjoy watching movie, and then the theater, and then this one will be I calling the cultural center. So this is a theater area. So for the ground floor, we'll have the information counter and ticket counter and retail. So they can showering some of the thing from the theater. So the next one will be the the culture center. So the first one will be a lobby and then go in. The blue color one will be the workshop for cooking. So the people just now I saying five type of people. The Hokkien is like fried kway teow, and then Teochew is like kway chap, one of the food, and then Hakka is like a lei cha, it's a vegetarian one, and then they can like teaching each other to learning how they are cooking. And then one of a martial art, just now I saying the beside the bus station, police station there, actually it's not safety. It's not safety because they will like have property and some thief or taking your property. So this martial art actually is just for the Kung Fu and Tai Chi. So auntie uncle also can go inside for doing Tai Chi, and the people also can go inside for learning Kung Fu, for protect themselves or taking the for protect their property. So the purple color one here will be the tea room. So this is called Kung Fu tea room. Why they need to call Kung Fu? Actually, it's Kung Fu one is one of a very technical one. The thing. So they need to like taking leave and then go to fry and doing something. It's very technical one. So that in Chinese very Kung Fu. And then in also they will like have a show for doing the tea, is like showing very like doing Kung Fu. They're doing Kung Fu, and then they will have a show to doing the tea part is just for the tea can warm and cool down for people can drink. So the last one will be the restaurant. So the people from workshop there, they can cook cooking and then go out to eat their food also. So this one will be the basement theater. The basement actually are doing the dancing studio. So they have a practice in the dancing studio and then taking lift. If they have a show, they can taking lift going up to the first floor for show. And then this one is the first floor plan for the cultural center. So the cultural center, the first floor have a gallery of PM. It's showing the historical of the PM. And then the beside one will be the theater. So have a two auditorium. The first auditorium is just like a normal auditorium. And then the second one will be the 360 stage auditorium for people can, the visitor can sit on the sitting area, and then the stage, when the show starts, the stage will be turned around in 360 degrees. So for the second floor, for the cultural center, is the multipurpose hall and mini library. So they have some speech they can do in the multipurpose hall. And also the third floor of the cultural center actually is a Bukit Bertajam War Historical Incorporate office for protecting historical building or maintenance historical building. So this is a roof plan and elevation section. So the detail is from the cultural center there. This detail is called facade detail. So the facade and have some one of a column to support, and then have one of to support the green roof. And then this is a hostel and cafe as well, cultural center as well, and the last one will be a theater as well. And then this one is the sectional perspective of the hostel area and the cafe, and then the last one will be the theater at the cultural center perspective, section perspective. And then this one is perspective and the sun interior. And then next one will be showing the walkthrough. So thank you.